A former American Vice President Al Gore says it's a disgrace that Africa has fewer solar panels installed than the state of Florida in the United States. He was speaking at an event in Azerbaijan. The founder and chairman of the Climate Reality Project therefore advised that the world should focus on building more clean energy to shut down what he called fossil fuel jihad in Africa. Al Gore also said that 100% of increased carbon emissions in the next few years will come from the developed countries around the world.
We're the same thing. Most all of the new renewable energy is being built in the rich countries. And I'm glad we're building more energy, solar and wind there. But 100% of the increased emissions in the years going forward will come from the developing countries. 100%. So we need to continue deploying it in the rich countries, but we need to deploy it in the developing countries as well. And as some of you may have heard me say, it is a disgrace under the conditions we're now facing that the entire continent of Africa has fewer solar panels installed than the single U.S. state of Florida, and 400 times as much solar capacity as all of the fossil fuel reserves that are in Africa. And by the way, the reason for it is that when you look at how these solar and wind and batteries and EVs facilities are being financed, 85% of the money comes from the private sector. That's how most development takes place in this world. But access to private capital in developing countries is not only unequal, many of them are basically walled off from access to private capital. In Nigeria, they can often be charged interest rates that are 7 times higher than what is paid in the U.S. or the EU. But that's where we need to really be focusing the building of much more clean energy so that we can shut down this fossil fuel jihad. The fossil fuel companies are rushing into Africa. They call it a gas rush. But if you look at all the infrastructure that is being built and proposed in Africa for gas pipelines, oil pipelines, refineries, LNG terminals, new coal mines. They're planning many new coal mines and oil wells. It's crazy. But of course, the fossil fuel companies benefit, and they don't have the same difficulty in getting access to financing that the renewable energy companies and investors have. So we've got to change this.